It costs now. It's going to cost $45,000 for an arts degree. The government have put the price up of arts degrees.
Are you assessing this stuff because of your kids?
Yeah, we were talking about it the other day, and the kids wanted to know why I did arts, because I did teaching and arts at uni, and I was trying to I remembered because similar to you in that no one in my family had been to uni. It was a very because especially when it costs money,
Yeah.
But we were in that brief period when it was free, weren't we?
Well, I got paid to go.
Oh yeah, so you got that allowance. Oh, fantastic.
I was getting $2,000 a year.
Oh yeah, because that was a bit back then though.
That's a lot then. Yeah.
And so I didn't get that, but so no one in my street had been to uni, for example. No one in my family had been to uni. We didn't really know what uni was, did we? It wasn't a sort of.
It's like Disneyland. It's a far away place.
It was like what happens at uni?
Yeah.
And people had been to teachers' college and nursing college, but they never been to.
What about techs?
Yeah, techs were big.
Yeah.
My dad wanted us to go to tech.
Yeah.
Because he was a tradesman, and it was a mantra around the house. Get a trade, something to fall back on, boys. You get a trade, something to fall back on.
Yep.
And he would organise interviews when we were in year 10 and 11 to go to be a tradesman. Like, I remember going to the SEC for an interview as a linesman. So the guys would get up on the power poles. And Dad would sit.
Linesman.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, who sang that?
And remember back in the day there was just one power company, the SEC?
Yeah.
And they had ad campaigns where You've Got a Friend. They would play the James Taylor song. You've got a friend. Was it You Got a Friend? And the guy would fix the power lines. I wanted to be that guy.
Yeah. Heartfelt stuff. Where you're going and making people's lives better.
Yeah, but and Dad would often know the people doing the job interview because he knew everyone in those trades.
Yeah.
And he came along and sat in the interview and the guy asked me if I was scared of heights, and I went, "Oh yeah." And Dad's like,
"You idiot.
You idiot. Stuff that one up."
Yeah.
So I didn't become one of my brothers became a tradesman, but I didn't. But anyway, I reckon that when it really came crystal clear in year 9, we had former high school graduates come and talk about their work, what they do.
Yep.
And so most of them were tradies and stuff like that. So I remember the first guy got up and he goes, "I'm a plumber. I get up at 6 a.m. every day. I dig trenches."
Not happy. Yeah.
Blah, blah. And I said to my mates, "I'm not doing that. No way." No way. The next guy gets up. "I'm a fireman.
Yep.
Get up at 6 a.m. if I'm doing the early shift. Put out fires.
Put a line through that one."
Yeah. Nah, I'm going to my mates. "No, I'm not doing that. What, are you crazy?" Then this next guy gets up. I still remember he had long hair and he was wearing a vest, like a waistcoat kind of. This was the 70s.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Hi, I'm a art student." He was
the vest on.
The vest on. And we're like, What's an art student? And the teacher said, "Well, tell him what you do every day." He goes, "Oh, well, I just get the train. I get about 9. It's sounding better. I get the train to uni, and I go to a few classes. And most of the time, I just sit around on the lawn talking to girls. I'm like,
bang,
bang.
Where do I sign?
I remember saying to my mate, "I don't even know what uni is, but I'm going." So that's why I did arts.
But why are you thinking about that? Because your kids are thinking about it.
Yeah, because my son's in year 11. And,
so it's going to cost you $45,000
it was
for the whole lot?
Yes. It was announced.
And you'll pay that money back?
Yeah. So normally all the medical and the law degrees were up that high. Now they've increased arts by some amazing amount. So if you get an arts degree, because the minister said, Dan Tehan said that, you should choose degrees that are career orientated, like, medicine or law or engineering. You shouldn't do them more, just ones where you're just, studying literature and stuff.
So what vibe are you putting onto your kids?
Become a plumber.
Get up at 6.
Get up at 6.
And you'll never have a plumbing problem again at home.
No. Make good money. Good, decent work.
I tell you, though, I have a good friend of mine who's a plumber. He made a lot of money.
Oh, they make a lot of money.
Lot of money. Especially if they start to if they can handle the business end of it and they get people working for them and they got their teams coming out. Like the guy came out to my house the other week. Yeah. He worked for another guy who had 2 or 3 teams out there, and you're going, you're making some serious money.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we had a guy come and unblock the sewer with that machine he sticks down into the pipe that
Love it.
Churns it up.
How much it cost you? I'm going to guess. 150? 200?
180.
Yeah. Mine was 182. And you know what I did? I said, "You want cash?"
Oh, less for
cash. I said, "You want cash?" I thought, I'm going to make it 200, give him a $20 tip. Next time I ring, he's definitely going to come because he's got the $20. I rang him 6 months later because it blocked up again because of the tree roots. I can't do it. I'm flat out at the moment. Hello? I missed a $20 tip cash in the hand,
Don't you remember,
man.
mate?
What's going on with you? No, mate, I'm flat chat at the moment with so much going. I can't do it. I got, mate, struck him off.
Oh, that's it. Gone.
Gone. Well, he was a nice guy, though. I quite liked him.
Well, but see, if it took him like half an hour to do my blockage, and if he's doing he could do 6 of them a day.
Yeah, because they just go in, they find
it's good money.
I tell you what, if you go stand next to him, it's really good because you hear it go in.
Yeah.
And you can hear it find the bit.
Yeah.
I like you can hear it find the root, and it goes, oh, there it is. Oh yeah.
But I said, how do you make it go one way? Because it goes it goes away from the house when he goes, oh, you got to steer it correctly.
Know what you're doing.
Yeah, but he said he had an apprentice once and it went the wrong way, came up through the toilet bowl like an alien and smashed the bowl. Smashed the porcelain.
It can go all the way up into the.
Yeah.
It can. Yeah. It's like a snake. It can go right.
Yeah.
In other words, if someone was sitting on the toilet.
Oh.
You could have one of those things go straight up your. Oh, it's making a funny noise, boss.
Getting a clean down
here. You can
here.
see it from his right. What the fuck? Jesus Christ! What's happened? That'd be.
Imagine explaining that at the hospital.
God, the wrong way. So hang on. So how would it be the wrong way though?
Well,
because aren't they going down the gully trap?
No, this one goes to the sewer pipe. The one I did was the sewer pipe, right into the sewage pipe, which is directly connected to the toilet, and it goes one way out to the sewage, right to the main sewage outlet, and the other way is into your toilet. It's just like it runs downhill. It's a pipe,
and it's capable. Okay, okay. Good lesson, everybody. There. Yeah. So if the plumber, because I think I told the story before when they were doing the main line out the front of my place.
Oh yeah.
And
he said, guy, "Don't go to the toilet."
That's just for the next 20 minutes. Oh, it just went from my mind so quickly.
Yeah.
I went, no worries, mate. I will not go to the toilet.
And you did.
And I did. And as I flushed, I remembered, and I walked out the front, and he was just covered in my urine. It was a direct line. He's just standing there going, what was that?
Mate, you're taking the piss, mate.
Cop that.
Cop that. Oh, here's the music.
Hello and welcome to Somehow Related, and now please welcome your hosts Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
Well, welcome to the podcast.
That music makes you feel good, doesn't it?
That's Kit Warhurst. I went around to his house and said, I want something like this, and he's very good. He was in a band called Rocket Science.
Right.
And his sister is Miff. It's from Spicks and Specks.
Miff right.
Warhurst.
It's preemptive.
He does. If you've been watching TV in the last 10 years, he does a lot of. He did Peter Halley's How to Stay Married. Did all the music on that.
Oh, good on you.
And he did Luke McGregor and Celia Piccola's Rosehaven.
They're doing series 5, I noticed. That's
amazing,
incredible.
Isn't it? For a sitcom in Australia, that's amazing.
That is amazing. Well, I mean, even like we did 3 Upper Middle Bogans and we did 4 Kath and Kims.
Yeah.
To get to 5, that's a
Utopia was 4, wasn't it? I reckon that was 4.
Yeah. And you'd have to question. Good luck to them, I say. But 3 is very good.
Oh man, to get to 2 is good.
Yeah.
In Australia, to get to 3 is amazing. To get to 4 is incredible. 5 is
I remember we did
unheard of, Glenn.
We did Kath and Kim and Pete Rosehorn and we did it, and we'd finished the whole series before it went to air.
Mm-hmm.
And both Pete and I went, "That was good," and we said to each other, "Do you reckon we'll get a second series?" And Pete and I went, "No way." We know, no way. This is that. It was good, but it's not going to go.
It's not going to hit. It's not going. No one's going to like it.
Series, you know.
It'll be a bit of a niche thing.
Enough about me.
All right,
so somehow related.
We got some topics.
Got a new. What are we part of again? Who are we with?
iHeart Radio. It's an app. It's an app, and it has all the best podcasts and radio on it. And we're part of it.
And so what are we? We the easy listening section. What are we?
We're the comedy section. We'd be in the comedy section.
What's our demo? What are they? I think when they take us on board, are they thinking demos?
Well, they're the same people that own Gold FM and WSFM, and so we're in that demo probably, the over 40s, you'd have to say.
But I'd like to think that we have a bit of crossover, wouldn't we?
Yeah, we get some of the kids listening.
Some of the younger gen.
I reckon. Yeah, my kids are all at school and 2 are at high school. I've never ever heard them come home and say, "Some of my mates are listening to your podcast," but one of the teachers listens. So the teachers are listening, and the cleaner probably.
Because I sort of try to picture who might be listening, and I reckon I know females seem to enjoy the show.
I love it.
I don't picture them appropriately. Don't get me wrong when I say that.
No. But we did a live gig.
An average guy. I don't think we're hit for. But Alex Burt.
But you've kind of related to him.
Okay.
But we did a live show. We've done one live show, and it was great. You can listen to it with Sam Pang as a guest. And
the demo in that crowd was about what?
It's Gen X boomers. It's over 35.
Okay.
Yeah. There were a few young people.
Anyway, okay. If you are younger, hey.
Hey, dudes. Welcome.
What's happening?
Get on board. All right?
Yeah, because today we're going to talk about two things that are, unrelated,
and look,
but
it's
they are related.
one for young people is kombuchas and personal trainers. So it's not. All right, well, let's get the topics. What are they, Sam?
Hippopotamus and Soup.
Oh, you love soup, don't you? You love soup.
Oh, I'm going to say that is
you love it?
One of the best things about winter.
I haven't been having. It's not your death row meal, though, is it? You're not going to have a soup on death row.
Well, we're in New York, and there's a place there called Hale and Hearty's where they make soup, and I could go there every day the rest of my life.
Ooh, different types of soup.
I'll bring up. Where's my phone? I'll bring up some of the soups that they've got.
Yeah.
I'll bring up the menu. Just hang on a second.
Yeah. What? I mean, have they got the classics? I don't want anything too fancy. I don't want. For example, I don't think I want sausage in my soup. I'll have a noodle though. I'll love a noodle in my soup.
I don't argue with the sausage until you've had one. Hang on. Here we go.
I like sausage on pizza.
Now,
what have we got at Hale and Hearty's?
Chicken and sausage jambalaya.
Well, that's not a soup, is it? Jambalaya. Is jambalaya?
What's jambalaya?
Jambalay's like a stew. It's like a Jamaican stew, isn't it?
I
love a stew, but I don't want. I'm going there for
jambalaya,
soup.
Is what nationality? Where is that? What part of the world?
I'm guessing it's Jamaican or from the south of America.
Okay. How's this sound? Classic chicken noodle?
Bang on.
Love it.
I would love that. I love chicken noodle soup.
This is Hale and Hearty. This is in Carl Place in New York City.
Well, maybe we'll get together in 10 years' time when the virus lives.
Cream of tomato with chicken and orizo. What's that?
Orizo. That's a sausage. I think that's a sausage.
Oh, you'll love this. They just call it 10 vegetable.
I like that. Even though I'd still go chicken noodle, I reckon so far I'm going chicken noodle.
So far, as we're standing in the thing, we're standing in the line. And
it's not the soup Nazi guy, is it? It's not no soup for you.
Oh, that's good thinking.
No
music.
soup for you.
That's good thinking music, actually. Tomato basil with rice. See, who would have thought of rice in a soup?
No, I don't know. You have a risotto, don't you? Which is like a pasta rice.
I'm loving that. You get a bread roll with it as well.
Oh, I like the bread roll.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Tuscan white bean with spinach.
Nah.
Okay.
That's something my partner would have. She'd have that. She'd like
vegetarian split pea.
Ooh. I like the idea of split pea.
Chicken vegetable with couscous or noodles.
Oh, that's good. I'd have noodles.
2 to go. 3 lentil chili. I like lentils, but lentils don't like me. And here's this one I would
There's also classic lentil. You missed that one.
Classic lentil. What, as opposed to, what about classic lentil?
Not classic lentil. Well, lentil's been it's kind of like a hippie, thing, isn't it, lentil? Remember on the Young Ones, Neil made lentil soup?
Oh, did he?
And he kept adding stuff and the soup blew up in the end. In my lentil soup.
That's what happens to me. I just
blow up.
Yeah. Blow up. How's this sound? Italian wedding soup.
That sounds good.
That sounds really good.
That could be a minestrone. I love minestrone.
It's probably a minestrone, a bit of it. And
tomato, a bit of cabbage.
And halfway through it, someone from the mafia comes in.
Yeah.
And puts a cap in your ass.
Like The Godfather.
Yeah.
It sounds awesome. Or a reception band. A guy with a piano accordion starts playing. Out of all them, if I went to that restaurant, it's very daunting, but
I reckon you'd start.
I go chicken noodle.
You go chicken, but so you wouldn't go chicken and sausage jambalaya.
No.
You'd go classic chicken noodle.
And then when I came back the next time,
you experiment.
I might go Italian wedding soup. What would you go? I like 10 vegetables. Sound of that too.
I like the sound of 10 vegetable because I know you want to get your nutrients. Good for you.
We had that last night. We had vegetable soup last night. Beautiful.
Does it come a point where there's too many vegetables though?
Well, this one was, you know what you can often tell by the colour, I reckon. So this one was very orange. I didn't make it. I normally make the soup, but Kieran made it, and there was a lot of there was no pumpkin, but there was sweet potato, which made it, and carrot, which made it very orange, and it was beautiful.
Yeah,
sweet potato.
And are you
blending? She blends. Yeah. She likes
so you blend it, and then you have it with a bit of toast.
But I quite like a chunky soup too, though.
Yeah, I don't mind a chunky soup.
So when we make a minestrone, that's a chunky soup. So that's tomato based.
Are you throwing any bits of meat in your vegetable soup?
Yeah, if I've got
any shanks or anything. Or
yeah, but since the
pandemic,
I'm
not big on the shanks.
Oh no, they're good. Since the pandemic,
with bone in there.
And they take. Oh, now what you do is that you get the shank and you pick all the meat off and put it back in, and you.
Oh, I see. So there's no.
But you boil up the bone separately. You boil up the bone separately to make your stock. And then you chuck in a few vegetables with that, but you don't use those vegetables in the soup. You get rid of those vegetables and you use a fresh bunch of vegetables with the stock that you just made. That's the best way to do it.
I can see a line. I really can. I think you'd be in a tin, though, if at the supermarket. Dave O'Neill's soup.
Dave O'Neill's soup.
Would you be in
last week we talked about O'Neill's, which was my great...
Oh, that's brilliant.
Fried cheese.
Which is the bit of cheese that comes off the toaster sandwich.
Yeah, the fried cheese.
That goes into the frying pan, and you collect all those.
Well, I mean, isn't it funny because we all eat soup now and we make the homemade soup, but I reckon our mums didn't actually. My mum didn't make soup.
Oh, soup.
It was in a can.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
It was condensed soup.
Yeah, you didn't. Nowadays, you make up big bowls of soup.
Yeah,
and they'll last you for a while.
Didn't make that.
Yeah, I agree with that. You know what it was? It was tomato soup.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah, and that was out of a can. And you had
Campbell's.
And
or Rosella.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
I wonder what it tastes like now. I haven't had that. We would have that every week. And when you think about it, tomato is a weird choice for a soup, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tomato soup.
It's not. Yeah. It's not really. It's not. It wasn't one of my favourites.
Oh, I loved it. And
did you put croutons in it?
Oh no, a bit of cream. Mum used to put a bit of cream in it.
That's special.
Oh, I love tomato soup out of a can. I don't know what it tastes like now, but we used to have it all the time. And occasionally we'd have maybe chicken noodle soup. Oh, we had chicken noodle soup in a packet. Remember the packet?
Oh, yeah.
They were huge.
Yeah.
The continental soup.
Yeah.
Continental soups.
Yeah, and then there were those weight loss ones as well.
Oh, yes.
Oh, they were horrible things, weren't they?
But the continental soup in a cup.
Soup in a cup is continental
cuppa soup. They were beautiful because they must have had a lot of salt and MSG in them. Whenever you'd be working as a student or in some job, you'd bring your cup of soup satchel, wouldn't you, to have for lunch?
That was always a big deal. Yeah, and all very special.
And then and for a while, there was sui min, meal in a cup. Do you remember them? and there was some sort of poisoning thing or something happened, but you would get your polystyrene cup and you would pour boiling water in.
And it would stink.
Yeah, it would stink.
It was really, you go, who's had that? Who had that in the kitchen?
Because I reckon they predated 2-minute noodles. Because then 2-minute noodles, and still you see students buying them, and I tell you what, they're good when you eat them.
I think a lot of people lived on 2-minute noodles for a long time.
Yeah, and my other favourite I had the other day, we had miso soup. Ooh, yeah.
See, I'm not big on the clear soups. Miso is verging on clear, not clear, but it's very watery.
Yes,
and it's just miso, so it's actually.
Well, what's your favourite soup? Don't worry about what you don't like.
Well, that's a good question.
What do you? What would you of that menu?
No, of that menu, I'd probably go the noodle, but I love a sweet potato. I love.
You love a creamy soup.
Well, the first question is: do you go the creamy or do you go the chunks?
Yeah.
And I do love a chunk. I do love vegetable. I love a minestrone.
Yeah.
And I'll throw some chicken in there and a little bit of pasta as well.
Yeah.
And that with a big thick
a meal.
Cut piece of toast. You're just going to get out of town. I've got this covered. I'm going. I know they talk about it in Seinfeld. Did they? Soup's not a meal, but do you reckon soup's dinner?
Yeah, we had it for dinner last night.
So that was it.
Well, but then we had scones I made scones for afternoon tea.
So you're not too hungry. Yeah.
Yeah, so and we also made a lot of cheese toast.
Oh, yeah.
So for the kids, you need, and sometimes with soup, I'll make pizza as well, a bit of pizza.
So were you dipping your toast in your?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yep. So, because sometimes when I go to an Asian restaurant, they'll do this soup that's watery, and there's a whole lot of stuff in there.
Yeah, there's a word for that soup. Yeah.
What is it called?
Not a laksa.
Like a laksa.
Like a laksa.
I'm not a fan.
Oh, you don't like it?
Well, it's neither a soup nor is it a bowl of.
Yeah, right.
And you're kind of going, what do I do? How do I eat this? Do I eat it with a spoon? Do I eat it with a sort of chopsticks, or do I use a fork? How do I? And then I don't know. It doesn't feel like you're getting it's. And then there's the noodles. And how do you get the noodles? How do you eat the noodles? Because they don't go on a spoon.
Yeah.
They don't go on chopsticks.
No.
And you're doing that sucking thing, which is repulsive. And you're going, I'm not getting value for my money here.
Tell you what, though, I'm getting very hungry.
Just
All this talk of soups.
Well,
what is the Vietnamese soup that people rave about? My mate always goes on about it. You got to come and have a Sam. What is it? It's noodles. They're often spicy, and it's on the tip of my tongue.
I don't know how to get it into your mouth.
Sam, what is the? They have restaurants where that's all they sell now.
Pho or pho is a Vietnamese soup consisting of broth, rice noodles, herbs, and meat, sometimes chicken. Pho is a very popular food in Vietnam where it is served in household, street stalls and restaurants all over the country. Pho is considered as Vietnam's national dish.
No.
You don't like that?
No, because I can't get it in my mouth.
No, okay.
You got a bit of leaf of something there. You got a bit of chicken. You got noodles that you can't.
Yeah,
I don't know. You got to get the plate.
Your chair keeps falling down.
It's
the comedy sketch.
You got to hold the plate up to your mouth.
Well, that's the trick.
And scoop it in.
Mouth. Yeah.
And I'm not big, and then you get dribble a bit, and then it gets embarrassing.
Well, let's move on to hippos then.
Naturally,
to go to hippos. They're in the soup.
I know
they're in the
they're
water,
very
aren't
aggressive.
they?
They kill a lot of people because they can outrun a human.
Really?
Well, you imagine that it would take them a while to get started.
Once
but they're
they get going,
very aggressive.
Well, there is that fact that everyone always brings up. They kill more people than lions, don't they, hippos?
Yeah.
They kill more people.
I would have, because when I went to Disneyland.
Was there a hippo there?
Well, there's a hippo that opens his mouth as you go around the Adventureland.
That's not a real one.
Oh, is it?
Well, I've seen a hippo in the zoo.
That's so sad, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
I've really, as much as, I don't know, I'm not sure, they do research and everything, they're there for our pleasure. If you want to see a hippo, go to Africa and get run down by one.
Yeah, go into the wild.
It's just, you go, and that's an animal. It shouldn't be.
Yeah, it shouldn't.
Tied up and
No.
stuck in a hole,
Well, when you see the lions in the zoo, it's so sad.
sad.
They're often pacing about.
Yeah. Oh.
Sad. But, hippos, well, what can we say about hippos? They're scary. They look scary.
Well, I think hippopotamus means river horse.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they're the ones that they sleep underwater, don't they? They can hold their breath for like 5 minutes or something.
Well, when you think of a hippo, you just think of it in the water, spraying up water and stuff like that in a lake somewhere. You always think
I
of them.
imagine they have trouble with coping with the heat because apparently they sweat like moisturizer or something.
Really? They look like a dinosaur. A hippo looks like a dinosaur. Yeah.
They're herbivores, aren't they?
Are they?
I don't know whether I think they only kill. I'm guessing. I don't think they kill people to eat them.
They just because they're scared of them, or
yeah, I think they're herbivores. That's carnivores. That means they
carnivore eat meat.
So I don't think I've never heard of someone being eaten by a hippo.
Yeah, right.
Having said that, it wouldn't be that hard.
No,
because remember that game, Hungry Hippo?
Yes. Never liked that game.
That's ridiculous.
It's too noisy.
If you don't know what it was a game. Very plastic, an arena with 4 hippos around each side.
With marbles.
And you put the marbles in and you just smash.
Try to eat their marbles.
And then you try to get as many marbles in your mouth.
Yeah.
You go, well, where's the skill there? You just bang it over and over and over. There's no skill.
Didn't like it. Never liked it. I saw it recently. I'm just like, oh, that game's so annoying.
Yeah.
Hungry Hippo. Oh, no. So they must be in the...
Are they under threat?
Surely they're under threat.
Why would they be killing them?
Meat, their skin. Like the rhino horn. Maybe there's a hippo teeth that you get in, gives you erections or something. I don't know.
It doesn't work. I don't know whether it works or not. I'm not sure.
I've never used it. Anyway, the hippos, I don't know why they're killing them. But it must be in the lower part of Africa, sort of in the middle and not at the top, not in Egypt and places like that, in Morocco.
You get the feeling that they have to be near water.
Yeah. God, we're no experts on hippos, obviously, but I don't know.
What else?
What the connection with soup would be. Why don't we have some thinking music? What can we have? Sure, you should have the soup Nazi. Oh, that is very funny.
That from Seinfeld.
Yeah. So
we could have
that guy made.
Or we could have a Heinz ad.
Oh, well, we sang the continental soup one before.
Because that's something that we didn't talk about. Who's the guy who painted the Heinz cans?
Oh no, Campbell. Everyone's Andy Warhol.
Andy Warhol. And have I mentioned on the show before that?
You know Andy Warhol?
No, I stood next to him at Tiffany's.
Did you?
Yeah.
No, I haven't heard this before.
Yeah, stood next to him, and I forget who he was with.
It's a Campbell's soup he did. He did the classic Campbell's soup.
Which were great.
Yeah.
I stood next to him and spoke loud with an Australian accent, and I thought, not that I wanted to hang out with him, but I'm going, that's Andy Warhol.
Yeah.
And, I said, you got some soup? No, I didn't.
You got your 15 seconds there with Andy Warhol.
So hang on. I've cut you off there. So
was that in the department store? Where were you?
Yeah. It was
when I went to Barney's department store years ago, Whoopi Goldberg was next to me. And the guy said she was at the Aesop counter, which is an Australian thing, I think.
Right.
Makeup and stuff. And she said, I've got an order coming in for me. And the guy went, your name? And she goes, Goldberg, Whoopi.
You reckon she's a little miffed?
Yes, she was.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think it's fair.
Well, surely he knew that was Whoopi Goldberg.
No, because it's out of context. You're not watching TV. She's not on a talk show. She's not in a movie. It's just a person standing there. You're not putting two and two together naturally.
Well, I knew who she was, but then when she said her name, it confirmed it, that's for sure.
But when you see someone, it's like when you see someone that's at work and you see them some other place, you can't remember them because it's out of context. So Whoopi, steady
Calm
on.
down.
Hang on. So we're just talking about our thinking music.
Soup Nazi.
It could be Soup Nazi. It could be a Campbell's ad. It could be nobody. Nobody makes soup in a cup like continental cup of soup. I think we can't go past.
Go the Soup Nazi.
We can't go past Elaine tapping. You hear a tap on the top of the thing going, okay.
Because George is playing it really cool because he's been rejected before by the Soup Nazi.
Yeah.
Then he goes back. Yeah, it's very funny. Let's have a listen to that.
Sorry. Thank you.
Hey there. One mulligatawny and, what is that right there? Is that lima bean?
Yes.
Never been a big fan. You know what? Has anyone ever told you look exactly like Al Pacino? Scent of a woman. Hoo-ah! Hoo-ah!
Very good. You know something? No soup for you! Come back 1 year!
Oh, great. No soup for you.
1 year.
He's great, that guy. He ended up touring and stuff as this. You could go and buy soup off him and stuff.
Because it does exist, apparently, that place. Apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I believe it. But the actor ended up making a bit of a career out of it, which is great.
It's funny how that can happen, isn't it?
Yeah, he just took off.
Yeah. People just get attached to it.
He would travel around and they'd serve soup and he'd sign autographs and get photos. So Russell Court, get out there with the van. Just travel around.
Don't worry.
It's coming up.
Yeah, it could happen.
All right. Do you want to have a crack?
Well, I think this is really hard.
Yeah.
I think it's really hard. You might have a better idea than me. I'm going to say that because they're in the water, what they do is they eat certain things in the water and they put it in their mouth and they break it down and it forms like a soup in their mouth.
Wow.
So they got that big mouth.
Yeah.
So with a bit of water and a few vegetables or bits of grass or whatever stuff they're eating, they make a soup in them and make it into a soup before they so they don't just eat grass.
I was going to say that's what they eat at the zoo. They will only eat soup. That's all they eat is vegetable soup.
So they won't eat. So
I think you're going to
because they're herbivores. So therefore, I'm going to say they make their own soup in their mouth. Don't laugh at my answer.
What is your answer, Sam?
The first recorded soup recipe apparently has hippopotamus in it. It was from 6000 BC.
Wow, that's not on your menu, is it? Hippo soup. Can I get a bit I don't want rhino soup. I want a bit of hippo soup.
Of all the things you get,
all the stuff you would put in a soup.
So the first thing they've gone is going to make hippos into soup. They didn't go, let's make tomato.
Or potato.
Or potato,
corn.
or sweet potato, or corn, or look at these noodles.
Carrots.
You have been listening to Somehow Related with Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
6,000. What was happening then?
Before Christ.
Oh, it was BC.
Yeah, 6,000 BC.
BC. So how do you? Okay, I've been out. I've been out today,
Yeah.
and I've killed a hippo.
Good on
What do you
you.
want to do with it? You want to eat it? No, hang on. What are we going to make it? We could roast it. We could
Put it on a spit.
Yeah.
Surely there'd be like a cow or a sheep. You put it on a spit and spin it around.
Ooh. And you could have it like all week because you could have bits off it.
Stacks of hippo.
But what? No. But how do you make? That's a big pot you've got to have for a start. How do you get it?
I would suggest to you that they ate everything else off the hippo in terms of barbecuing, whatever, and then with the remains they made soup.
Oh, okay. So they're not
it's-
soup, so they can soup
I don't think
off
soup's the
back.
first thing on the menu.
Oh, right.
I don't think when the old caveman comes back with a hippo, the cook of the tribe goes, "Hey, everyone relax. We're going to make soup." He was like, "What? We just killed this thing." Because they would not kill an animal like that every day. It'd be very hard. So it would be a big occasion, I assume. It'd be a bit of a moment when they bring back the hippo.
How are you getting it home?
They drag it. They carry it.
This is a dumb question. When was the wheel invented?
I don't know.
Because unless they had some wheels going on there, put on the back of a car, you're not getting it. You'd have to chop the hippo up where you killed it.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
Yeah.
What's for dinner? A bit of hippo leg on the fire.
Imagine that drumstick be huge.
Oh, imagine.
Oh.
Imagine the
appendage.
Yeah, that'd be
a delicacy. I'm pretty sure the chief would get to eat that.
I think you'd have that for lunch the following day. Cold.
But who would get the testicles? Who would get that?
Because that's got to be
some stuff. They would eat everything too. There'd be no wasting in the caveman in the 6,000 BC
the skin.
world.
Let's be honest.
They would use the skin as clothing or something, or a handbag.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And the mouth, the jaws, the bones, they make a nice seat or something. But nice
bit of an ornament in the cave. That's when Gary killed the hippo.
Because you're right. So you're saying that they won't waste anything?
No, they wouldn't waste anything. They would eat every bit of that animal. That is just the way you'd have to do it. Absolutely, that's the way.
Imagine if you went to a restaurant now. And they said, "What's on the menu?" And they go, "Oh, what's the latest thing? Hippo soup." If you're to some exotic country, would you try it? See, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
Yeah. Well, I went have I feel bad about shark fin soup.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if they were being
farmed,
I still feel bad.
Yeah, but
I guess you're
like a cow. You eat a cow. You eat a chicken. Why not?
Nah.
I'd try it.
You'd try it, would you?
I've had it. It's great. I got a very special butcher, Glenn. Works out of the zoo.
Yeah, gives you a little bit of
bit of lion, bit of hippo, all the offcuts.
Yeah, and would you have it as straight hippo, or would you throw some vegetables in it? Would you mix it up with something? And would you have it with toast?
I'd have some toast for sure. I think if I had hippo soup, I'd have a bit of toast with it, and I assume the taste would be similar to beef or something. I don't know. It'd
be pretty tough, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you'd think so. Maybe I'll make it tonight. Get on my special butcher.
Anyway, so if you are having dinner at the moment, then
enjoy it.
We haven't put you off your meal, and hippo soup. That's not.
Yeah, it's not right. It's not right.